dy by dx means differentiate, so we multiply by the old power. 3 times 8 is 24, and then 1 less than 3 is 2. Same for the next one. Multiply by the old power, so negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. 1 less than 2 is 1. Last one, this has got a hidden power 1, so I've got negative 25 multiplied by 1, which is negative 25. 1 less than 1 is 0, so I don't write the x at all. I want to know where this equals 5, so 24x squared subtract 6x subtract 25 equals 5. I'm going to move the 5 across to join all the rest of it. I've got a quadratic formula, so a is 24, b is negative 6, c is negative 30. So the quadratic formula is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. The positive answer is 1.25 and the negative answer is negative 1. Those are my two answers. Group width is 30, 60, 30, 120 and 60. So my frequency densities will be 60 divided by 30, which is 2, 270 divided by 60, which is 4.5, 150 divided by 30, which is 5, 156 divided by 120, which is 1.3, and 24 divided by 60, which is 0.4. So I need to get up to 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will do. 0 to 30 goes up to 2. 30 to 90 is 4.5. 90 to 120 is 5. 120 to 240 is 1.3. And the last one, 240 to 300 is 0.4. If I cut this kite in half, I've got a triangle where I know two sides and the angle between them, so I can use the formula that area equals a half AB sine C. So a half multiplied by 9.7 multiplied by 6.4 multiplied by the sine of 110. Oh, I'm in the wrong mode. Which is 29.168. I've got to multiply that by 2 because I've got two triangles. Then if I want to do the rounding, 1, 2, 3 digits. Next one's a 3, leave it alone. 58.3. Bounds questions. So first thing we're going to do is do the bounds. Now we need to be slightly careful because it's nearest 0.5. If I divide that by 2, I get 0.25. So I'm going to go 0.25 above and 0.25 below. 45.8, they've done nicely. It's just to 1 decimal place. So we go 5 above, take 1 off, 5 on the end. Speed is distance over time. I want the lowest value for the speed, so I want the lowest distance, which is 63.25, over the largest time. And the largest time is 45.85. But that was in minutes, so to change it into hours I need to multiply by 60. To 1 decimal place, there's my dot. 1 after decimal place is a 7, followed by a 6, so it's going to round up 82.8. Two consecutive odd numbers. So an odd number is always an even number plus 1. The next odd number is 2 further on, so it will be 2n plus 3. And we've got to work out their squares and then find the difference between them. So let's work out their squares first. Doing FOIL. And we've got to do the difference, so it's the biggest one, subtract the smallest one. Now, to make sure I don't make any mistakes, I'm going to put them in brackets. So 4n squared subtract 4n squared is nothing. Positive 12 subtract positive 4 is 8. And positive 9 subtract positive 1 is also 8. So this, I can factorise out 8, so it is a multiple of 8. MLP. That's the angle I want to find. What information do I have? Well, I've got 2 sides and the angle between them, so I could find this length. And once I know this length, I could work out some angles in that triangle. So let's start with that. So ln by the cosine rule what do we get? So ln squared is 220 So ln itself is 14.8. So I now know this length. So I know this length and the opposite side. And I know this length, sorry, in its opposite angle, so I can find this part of the angle. Let's call it A by the sine rule. So sine A over 13.7 equals sine 58 over ln. The opposite of divide is to multiply, so I can get angle A. So sine 58 divided by my answer multiplied by 13.7 is 0. Shift sine of that answer gives me the angle, 51.499. Then if I want to work out this angle B, then the sine of B over its opposite side equals the sine of 72 over ln again. So I can work out angle B. Opposite divided by 4.3 is to multiply by 4.3. So I've got sine 72 over ln, better put it all in, times 4.3, another 0 point number, shift sine of the answer gives me that B is 15.99. And I'm going to add those two together. So that one's already on my calculator, plus the other one, 51.49974,983. So I get 67.48986,119. If I want to go for the three significant figures, 1, 2, 3, it's followed by an 8, so it rounds up 67.5.